Hi, I'm John from Chatbot, and in this video I will show you how you can create a WhatsApp chatbot by using ManyChat. But before we can actually create a chatbot, we need two things. We need a ManyChat account with a pro license, and we need a phone number that you can use for your WhatsApp chatbot. And if you haven't used ManyChat before, just go to the link in the description and create your own ManyChat account. So when I go to ManyChat, you can just click on Get Started Free, and here you need to log in with your Facebook account. Then you need to walk through some steps, and you can just create your own ManyChat account in a couple of minutes. But I already have my own ManyChat account, so I will just click on Sign In, click on Sign In with Facebook, and then I'm automatically logged in. And what's really important here is that you have a pro account. So when you sign up for your ManyChat account, you need to go to settings, you need to click on billing, and then here you need to fill in your billing credentials and set up your ManyChat pro account. So once you have done that, you just need to go to settings and then go to WhatsApp, and then here you can click on connect. And what's really important here is the phone number that you're going to use for ManyChat and WhatsApp automation, because you cannot use that phone number if it's already connected to a business app, if it's already connected to another ManyChat account, if it's connected to a personal WhatsApp account, or when it's connected to other WhatsApp platforms such like ManyChat. So in general, I would recommend to just buy a new phone number and connect that phone number to ManyChat. So you can just click on proceed. Then it will ask you to log into Facebook. Well, I will continue as Joran. And then you need to do 3 simple steps. You need to create your Facebook and WhatsApp business account. You need to create your WhatsApp business profile and verify your WhatsApp business number. And then you can just click on get started, click on continue, and then you need to select the right Facebook business account. So in my case, it is Chatbot Test. So I'll just click on this one, then click on continue. And then we need to set the business account name. And this is really important because this will belong to your Facebook business account, but your audience will not see this. So this is only for internal reference that you're using. So I will just set it to Chatbot Test. And you also need to set the right time zone. So this is currently not the right time zone for me. So as it will set it to this one, London, that's the right time zone. Then I click on continue. Now it will set up my account. So after a few seconds, Facebook has created the account for me. Then we will continue to step 2, and this is my business display name. And this is really important because this is what people will see when they click on my WhatsApp status. Then they will see the display name. So in this case, I will set it to Chatbot Test, but generally I would recommend it to set it just to the name of your business. Also, if your display name is different from your legal business name, for example, if my display name is Chatbot Test, but my legal business name is, for example, Joran, then I need to check this thing. So then I will click on continue. Then I need to select a category. So in this case, I will just set it to education, but you can choose from a lot of different things. And you need to set a business description. So Chatbot Test description. But in general, I would recommend to set here the description of your business that you're using on other channels. So then we continue to step 3. And here we need to register our phone number. And again, I would recommend to just buy a new phone number and use that here. So that's basically what I did. So I'm from the Netherlands, so I have a Dutch phone number. I will just fill it in here, check if it's right. It's right. And it's really important that you have direct access to that phone number because you need to verify it with or a text message or a voice call. So I will use the text message method. I will send the code. Now on my phone, I get a notification with my WhatsApp code, which is 562138, and I will click on verify. And that's it. That's how I connected ManyChat to WhatsApp. And if you now refresh this page, you will see that my WhatsApp channel is connected. So then I refresh it again, and then you see all the different options for your WhatsApp business account. So you will see here your business profile photo, you can set a business description, you can set an address, and you can set all these different kinds of information that is useful, because when someone is going to WhatsApp and they will go to your status, they will see your profile picture, they will see your address, they will see the email, and those are all ways in which you can support your customers. And now that we have successfully connected our phone number to WhatsApp and ManyChat, we can start by creating our chatbot. And in the rest of this tutorial, I will show you how you can create a welcome message, and I will show you how you can create a default reply. And we will start by creating the welcome message. So if we go to automation, then we can click on new flow, then click the cross here, and then we will call this welcome message WhatsApp. And the welcome message is the reply that you give with your chatbot when a user is greeting you. For example, when the user is saying hi or hey or hello, the chatbot automatically replies with a certain response. So what we first will do is we will set the trigger. So we want to reply on specific keywords. So what we will do is we can click on add trigger, choose WhatsApp, and then choose WhatsApp keyword. And here we can say that if the message is equal to hey, or the message is equal to hi, or to hello, then we will automatically reply with a certain message. So when we click on create, now our chatbot will automatically reply to these messages. So we will remove this first step. We will set a WhatsApp message, not an Instagram message. So we'll delete that one. And the first thing that we are going to do is ask the first name of the user. And the reason for this is that we want to create a personalized experience. And with WhatsApp, we don't know the first name of the user at the beginning. So this is the first thing that we are going to ask. So we're basically going to use a text. Oh no, we're going to use a user input. So delete that one. And we're going to say, hey, I'm the chatbot of Chatbot. What is your name? And then we will set the reply type to text, and then we can save that response in a custom field so that we can use it later on. So we'll save the response to the first name WhatsApp. I already created this field, but normally you would click on new user field first name, and then you will set the name of the field. You need to set the type to text, and then you need to click on create. But I already created it, so I'll just use the one that I already set up. And then when someone gave their name, we can say a new message with normal text. And we can say, nice to meet you, and then click on these brackets. And then we can use that value. So for example, when a user said to you, my name is Joran, then you can automatically reply with nice to meet you, Joran. So it automatically uses that value, which creates the personalized experience. The problem with this currently is that every time a user says hey, every time your chatbot will ask for their first name. And that's not something that we want. So what we need to do is we need to check whether we already know their first name. And if we already know their first name, then we won't ask for their first name, but we will say welcome back, Joran, in my case. So we can do that by changing the first step to a condition. And that condition will be whether the first name, WhatsApp, has any value. And when it doesn't have any value, so we don't know the first name, then we'll ask for that first name. And if we already know the first name, then we can say another message which says welcome back. And then we can use that first name value. So in both cases, then we are going to ask to the user what they want to do. So as a next step, there's another WhatsApp message. We will click on text, and then we will just ask, what do you want to do? And we are going to provide them with two options. They can book an appointment, or they can ask a question. So we start simple. If they want to ask a question, we are basically going to say, okay, ask any question you want, and we will just reply to it. So this will be a simple text, which we will say, ask any question you want. I will try to answer your question. But if I don't understand it, if the chatbot doesn't understand it, I will forward it to a human. This is really important that you say this, because then the user knows that you're a chatbot, and it already knows that there's always a human that can help them out if the chatbot does not understand them. And if they want to book an appointment, we can ask a series of questions. So on what date and on what time do they want the appointment? So what we're going to do here is another WhatsApp message, and we're going to use the user input, and then we're going to say, on what date do you want to book an appointment? And what's really important here is that you also provide the format in which you want this. So for example, we can say, PS, please use the following formatting, TD/MM/year. Or if you want to make it really simple, 10/11/1997, for example. And what we then do is we'll set the reply type to text, and we will create a new custom field. So this custom field will be called booking date. Click on it, type should be text, and click on create. And we will also ask the time at which they want to have this appointment. So we'll create a next step. WhatsApp, use the user input. At what time? We will set this to the custom field booking time, also be a text. And then we will ask the email of the user. So another question for the user input, we'll ask, what is your email? And we will set the reply type to email. So this ensures that every user that fills in this flow also fills in a correct email. And when they have filled in the date, the time, and the email, we can say a confirmation. So the text will be, to confirm, you want to book an appointment on, and then we're going to use the brackets, booking date at booking time, right? And then we can add two buttons. We can say yes, and we can say no. And basically, if they say yes, then we can say something like, great, someone of our team will be in contact with you shortly. And then we can add a nice icon. And if they say no, then we can say something like, no worries, let's try it again. And then after that, it will go back to the first step, which will ask for the date of the appointment. So this should be basically working. So what we're going to do now is we're going to publish it. Now that we have created the welcome message, there's still something that we need to do, and that's we need to create the default reply. And the default reply is the message the chatbot sends when he doesn't understand the user. So when the user is asking a question and the chatbot doesn't know what to answer to it, the default reply will show up. And we need to set this because really this is the most important message of your chatbot. So when we go to settings, click on WhatsApp, and then click on WhatsApp default reply. Then you need to click on edit flow, and then there's already something there, but we will just remove this. We will also remove this quick reply, and we are going to change this message. So we're going to remove also this, and then we're going to say something like, sorry, but I didn't understand your question. Do you want me to forward your question to a human? And then we add two buttons. We can say yes, and we can say no. And if they say yes, Then we'll add another message with okay, and do you want to talk to sales or support? Then we will add a button for sales and we will add a button for support. Then we can click on done. And then if they choose sales, we will say, okay, we will forward you to sales. And if they say support, then we'll say, okay, we will forward you to support. And in both cases, we want to mark the conversation as open. And this is a really great feature of ManyChat. So what you can do as a next step is set an action, click on action, and then click on mark conversation as open, and add another action which is called notify admins. And what you then can do is send an automatic notification to the admin of ManyChat that they need to reply to this. And you can also select the different admins. So let's say you have 5 admins in ManyChat, then you can select which ones need to be notified. And this is a really great feature because then you can use the ManyChat live chat feature to automatically reply to them, which I will show in just a couple of minutes. Also, we need to set a response for the no. So if they don't want to be forwarded to a human, then we will just say no worries. And then we're going to use the first name of the WhatsApp user. And that will be it. So we'll just click on publish. Then I will go to WhatsApp on my laptop. Then I will search for Chatbot test, which is a contact which was already on my phone. And then I will just say, hey. And then it automatically says, hi, I'm the chatbot of Chatbot. What is your name? So my name is Joran. Nice to meet you, Joran. What do you want to do? Want to book an appointment? On what day do we want to book an appointment? On this date. At what time? At 10 a.m. What is my email? info@chatbot.com. So to confirm, you want to book an appointment on this date, on this time. That's right. Great. Someone of our team will be in contact with you shortly. So that is working. So when I say hey again, then it says welcome back, Joran. So it gives me the personalized conversation I talked about before. And then we'll say ask a question. And then it says ask any question you want. So then I will say what are your opening times? And because my chatbot is not built for this, my chatbot cannot recognize this, it will say, sorry, but I didn't understand your question. Do you want me to forward your question to a human? Then I say, yes. And it says, okay, and do you want to talk to sales or support? Then I say sales. And then I automatically get a notification on my phone. And then if I go back to ManyChat and I go to my live chat, you will see that the conversation is open on WhatsApp. And then I will say, hey, how can I help you? Send it. And then the user is not talking with the chatbot anymore, but is talking with a live chat agent, which it says, hello, how can I help you? And then I can say, what are your opening times? And then a human can ensure that the user has a good experience. So that is working. There's just one thing that I might add is that by default, the default reply only triggers once per 24 hours. And I generally recommend to trigger it every time. And then you just hit a space and a backspace, and then we can hit publish again. And then it triggers every time the chatbot doesn't understand your user. And that's how you create a WhatsApp chatbot with ManyChat. But before you go, I have one thing I want to add. It could be that you don't have access to WhatsApp yet. And that is because WhatsApp and ManyChat are currently in beta, but this will open up soon for all ManyChat users. And I know that already a lot of ManyChat users have access to it. If you don't have access to it, no worries. Just send an email to the support of ManyChat and they can help you out. And that's it. If you have any questions on creating WhatsApp chatbots with ManyChat, please leave a comment below and I will reply as soon as possible. If you want more videos on how you can use chatbots in your marketing, please subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't done this yet, also click the like button below.